Hello, guys. Hope you are doing well today. Uh, just welcome back to another backtesting session, our second in the series of the menu of about to come. So before we start doing the backtesting session today, so we're gonna see that there was a viewer yesterday, and he asked me, or she asked me, if the fail breakdown does it work in gold. I thought, I don't know because I never looked gold for ages. So saying, we're gonna have a look, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're not gonna do a backtesting session on gold. We're just gonna have a quick look, and see if the basic principles apply to it. And then it comes to each one of you, if whoever you're interested, you can do an extensive backtesting sessions or forward testing, see how it goes and if it performs. But we can have a quick look and see if that applies. Uh, Now we're at I think that's the Friday session. Let me see now, we're 26th of July. Yeah, that's the 10th of July. So yeah, that's the Friday session. Okay, let's look at the biggest framework. Let's for example, like start from the 1 hour. Takes a little bit of time to load for some reason. Okay, we're gonna see. Let's see the web version if it's better. I don't really use TradingView. I'm just using it just for this demonstration. I use Sierra charts for my daily trading. We're gonna go to the markets. GC, where's GC? Let's go to it. Numbers. Okay. Okay, that's ES, and now we're gonna go to GC. GC. So 9 tabs. Forward. GC gold futures. All right, let's go. Let's close this thing. Select, make it full screen. This okay. This is the 4 hours. So let's see the 4 hours now. So let's close. That's the yearly VWAP. We don't care about the VWAP at the moment. So that off. Okay. So we look at the high time frames. Okay. It's a downtrend. Let's see. Between lows. Yeah, we see some lows here. Hasn't done fail breakdown. Maybe did a fail breakdown here. We did a bounce back. About I don't know how many points. Uh, if we take a look at the lows, to be honest. So take a look at the lows. There is one low here. No, sorry. No, that's not there. There is one low here. There is another one low. We can say this one, which works as support as resistance as well. It's kind of weird. Let's go in the daily. We see the fail breakdown here at these lows. but I don't see something standing out. Let's see if we go to the maybe let's go to 1 minute. Yeah, we can't really see anything because I don't have connection with TradingView. I'm not going to be bothered doing it. Yeah, on the first site, I just had a look on the chart and I didn't see anything. When I have more time, I'm gonna do on the maybe I can do like a whole session on the Forex replay. But now, for the moment, that we don't have much time, uh, so I'd rather go and have a proper back session on our ES, which we know it works. Okay, so I'm gonna open the next newsletter, see when the fair breakdown occurred. We have about an hour, no, we have about maybe 2 hours, maybe an hour, maybe less, an hour and a half. So we can do maybe 2 or 3 or 4 trades. We'll see how it goes. And we'll find now day 25. We're in June. And I think last time we checked that we're on the 5th now. Okay, we're on the 5th. Uh, we're on the 5th. Let's go on the, okay. So I'm just gonna put it on the side and give it a quick read to see when the next failed breakdown is about to occur. So give me a sec. Just scrolling, going through the newsletter quick. There's one Thursday. It's Thursday. Yeah, the last Thursday. That's the one we did, which happened at 7:50 p.m. 7:50 p.m. That's after, and the failed breakdown occurred at the 59:48. 59:48. Okay, let's clone it. So there must be a level at 59:52 to 48. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that's another level between. For now, I'm gonna delete this zone and I'm just gonna actually just put only one line at 59.61 so it's not confusing. Okay. Yeah, so this is supposed to be happening fair breakdown in this zone later in the evening at 7:50 p.m. 7:50 in the evening. Okay, we can carry on uh, our replay. can probably take it a bit faster. So we see price how actually try to stay above the previous VWAP. We are still at 5 o'clock. We're still testing the lows here, but it doesn't do any fail breakdown. So now we're gonna see doing a pullback, probably at the VWAP. Let's see, we're gonna see continuation down. Yes, continuation down. That's parenthesis. That's what the ES really doing. It plays around the previous VWAP. So if he wants to continue higher or build an accumulation and continue higher, then usually we see an accumulation above the previous VWAP. But since it comes down, and if it wants to continue lower, it always takes as a reference the previous VWAP, like it did, like in this occasion. It came down, back tested it. So when it breaks a level, it really likes to back test first and then continue lower. So here we expect now to drop how a bit lower. So back testing a level is a okay. Here we did a fail breakdown now. That's at 6:15. I think there must be a daylight saving here because we are like an hour early. But we're gonna take the fail breakdown if it happens. So we see here, you can see in the 1 minute how it broke all these lows. You can see here also how we broke these lows, and then we actually tested this high here. Okay, this one hasn't been copied for some reason. 59.52. Yeah, that's exactly on the high here. For some reason, it has been copied to the other charts. Just gonna do a uh, quick drawing. Yeah, now it's been copied. So 59, 52 to 48, 52 to 48. All right, there we go. Look at now we can see that it actually back tested the highs of this high. See here? Okay. So in theory, that's one range. That's another different range. So we'll try to break below this range. So we may take some liquidity here, which stands from the breakout traders who took the positions and put their stops here. So we expect price to come down, take all the lows, and sweep back. But let's see if that's gonna happen. We're currently we're currently at the fair breakdown state now. Okay. Uh, okay. Cool. Okay. So here we're here now the charts. Okay, we're in a failed breakdown now state, so we're gonna take it slow. And so we broke the lows, we tested the previous high. So if I see now at 59.61, which is the lowest, comes into the range, especially after 59.68, and if I see some attempt to sell and we fail, then I can long it. Possibly I can try to take uh, my first TP right at the previous VWAP or here. Maybe possibly at the VWAP, another one here, and leave a runner. So we'll see how it goes. Just gonna leave it play for a moment. Okay, so we see a failed breakdown. Now we're seeing attempts to sell. Okay, so we're seeing attempts to sell. So let's see, there's another attempt. Oh, we're gonna leave it fast here. There's two attempts to sell. Let's see if it's gonna sell. Okay, now I can say I can safely enter this trade. I mean, we haven't broke the previous lows, it's here, but I saw acceptance. So we see I saw acceptance. And now I'm ready to enter. So what are we doing now? Is we're gonna go and place the order. Okay, place order, type market, buy, position size. We're gonna take, as I said, 3 contracts. Okay. Sorry. Before we do this, we need to do position sizing, risk management. So it's a long position. I'm gonna place right here. I'm gonna put my stop loss right at the bottom with the other lever, and I'm gonna take my first. I'm gonna be aiming. So it's 1.3 risk reward. It's not much. Uh, okay, I'm gonna be aiming this with a scale out. Let's see how many highs I have. Okay, okay. Actually, I can have my as my ultimate target is highs right about here, and then I can scale out at the VWAP, which is always the first scale out. Then I can leave one position running maybe to the previous DVA high, and then see how it's gonna go. We don't know the outcome yet. I haven't done this trading for ages. So I did like last year I traded. So we have this. Do a little bit more wide so it's visible on the screenshot. All right. So the word is almost two if it goes up to these highs, the runner. Uh, so now I'm gonna do the place order. So we're gonna risk, let's say, that's risk percent. So we need position size of 3 contracts. Okay. I think that's amazing because we can even do like 3.1 or 3.2, which we're not allowed normally. Okay, let's see from now on, we're gonna follow a 2%. I'm gonna follow strict, but since we can do contracts by decimals, I'm gonna start applying specific amount, which is at this moment is 2%. We can do 0%, so 0.2 basically. Let's see if we can. So risk percent, we can do 0.2. Would say $20 is 2% of the drawdown limit. So has position size 21, entry price. Let's see if the stop loss is there, right? Stop loss 59.48. All right, take profit 603. Okay, and we're gonna add the partial, so we're gonna take 50% of the VWAP, which is about, let's say, 59.7950. 59.7950. All right, we're gonna take a 50% there, and then we're gonna take another 40% at the 59.93. So we're gonna take another 59.93, 59.93, and then we're gonna leave the 10% runner as the ultimate target. Okay, we're gonna have to save and journal. Okay, we're gonna be adding a screenshot. The details are already there. Now this is a small account, beware. Like the risk we applied yesterday, it was too much. It was for a 50K account. So basically today we're gonna be applying the regular risk for a 1,000 account, and risk I think 2% per trade, and scaling out on the way. Okay, let's do this. Basically tax, we don't have any tax. A confidence level, I'm not quite sure how confident we are. Let's say 50%. Rating is a good, looks like a good trade. So I'll put like a 4 for now. And we're gonna write, um, um, okay, let's say pre-trade, possible fair breakdown at the 59.52 to 59.48 zone, which is the high range, which is the high, the high range of a previous which is the high range of a previous day. We don't care about which dates. So say okay, so we're here, 2% trade, scaling out at scaling out 50% at the VWAP, 40%, 40% at the previous DVA high. Suppose we will go there, and leaving 10% hammer to the high, which is 59 604, right? 604. All right. Also, uh, price has already uh, done the fair breakdown and showed some acceptance at the level above. Okay, so we just wrote our plan and what we see, what we've seen so far on the screenshot on the trade. So we're gonna press save now, and we're gonna let it run and see how it goes. So we click here on the 10 seconds. Price goes really well. I'm gonna move my partial just to be below the VWAP because the VWAP is constantly moving. Yeah, so make sure it's there. Okay, it's below the VWAP. So we see price just going sideways. Usually goes, most of the time it goes up to the VWAP. So I expect to see something like that. So I'm just gonna close this one. We don't really need it. Okay, so we took some partials. We took 50% of the position. We saw some good reaction there, which is about here. So we see price kind of arranging now. It hasn't broken the VWAP yet. We are now after the opening, by the way. Like I said, if you remember yesterday, I was saying like after the opening, we see sometimes fail breakdowns. Okay, still raising. Let's go a bit faster. So we can stay there for many hours and just break on the London session when it opens. We haven't moved our stop loss yet. I'm just waiting to see if it's gonna. We may retest this area again. Because the price is gonna range now in here. Okay. Okay. So what we see now is Basically, we were taken out because we did a fail breakdown. We couldn't break the VWAP, and yeah, we couldn't break the VWAP, and we just came back and they took us out because market is gonna move lower. That's why I say when you see fail breakdown, pretty much take most of your position at the VWAP because if it doesn't go, at least you're covered. Okay, we're gonna log this trade now. Okay, let's say so I'm just gonna put in a tag now that the VWAP, only the VWAP was tested. Um, After trade or post trade, we can see uh, price being in imbalance down continuation tested but couldn't break the ETH VWAP. Got out at break even, almost at break even. I'm not sure quite yet. Save. Yeah, it's almost a break even. Just took a small loss there. And that's why, because I didn't take most of my profits. I took only 50% of the VWAP. So we need to adjust that thing, that the first TP. Uh, okay, so we see now. It's supposed to be another fair breakdown. So it says Friday reclaim at 8:30 the next day, 59.75. 59.75. So that lane reclaimed. So I'm just gonna delete all this now because we don't really need them. They're just confusing us. And we're just gonna put, alright, we don't really need it. Yeah, alright. So we see now the pattern. Backs the market back tested the previous VWAP, then it came down, did the fair breakdown on this. This is called double dip. So I did the one dip first, back tested the normal, the developing arrow, the VWAP, and it back tested again. So we're just now in a straight continuous line, see where it takes us. Now we're going to the previous range, and there is another low right at here, 59. I'm not sure if it's good. Just gonna mark this low. All right, I'm gonna write 25th of June low, 25th of June low. That's it. Replace the text. All right, we have this reference now, and now we'll just expect to see how this is gonna react to this slow. Okay, okay, shit, I put in the wrong. Okay, okay, we're done. I don't know what this one. It appears only here. It should be appearing. Ah, it's over here. That's why. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we're heading now to this flow and see what it does. Let's delete that. Okay, we're gonna continue playing now. So ship market now, what it did, it back tested this previous low, and now if we continue higher, we may reverse. 59.75 is the level of interest. Just gonna put it there. 59.75. Not gonna like it. Okay, so this should be reclaimed later, but let's see. So price never actually reached that low so far. Okay. We see here that the imbalance down the tunnel, the range. Now possibly it's gonna break out now. Okay, tries to go slower. So don't care about anything else, about only this level, and this the 25th of June low, and this is the level that it's been recorded that's gonna do the failed breakdown. So just waiting to react. Gonna add forward a little bit more. It's gonna put it in 1 minute. We see price. Yes, it's trying to make a base there. Okay, the new day opens at about the same range. So 8:30 in the morning, suppose this one to be reclaimed. Oh, sorry. Here it is. So that's what I've seen so far. Market couldn't break above. We just did the base here. We care only about this level, which has been recorded that there's going to be a recovery at 8:30 in the morning. And this is a previous low. So any of this is actionable. So just waiting to see now how price is gonna develop. We see this range. We see some bullish action here, but nothing much. Just grinding. So we see slowly price has reached our level. It has backtested. That's the level where the price we see here when, originally has broken down and it has reclaimed it. Yeah, if you see here the price action, there is a level actually right here, a high time frame level. You can see here. Actually that level did the failed breakdown here and it's gonna backtest now the lows of this range. So if it reclaims the lows, we're good to go. Someone I didn't see that level before, but if someone had, just marked this level, you'd actually take the failed breakdown right here and take all the squeeze up. And that would be a legit trade. We see it backtest actually twice. Okay, let's see now. We missed this trade, so let's go to the next one and see if we're gonna recover. We're gonna take the long. Even though we are at the previous DVA low, which is possible rejection there, but we'll see how it goes. Just gonna take it slowly now. See price just got rejected initially, but buyers are still present. So we're approaching 8:50. Yes, 8:30. It's gonna be the time it's gonna do the recovery. Let's see. You see my buyers are still trying to press the DVA high holds. We're approaching 8:30 now. We still haven't done any recovery yet. I think it's possible change of time because of the daylight. That's why the market opens. Let's take it slowly because we're approaching now at the level. Take it 10 seconds. Okay. Still there isn't much. Volatility is very low. Nothing. Sideways action for a long time. Speed it up a little bit. Up. There we go. We're closing in. So we're gonna see something. We see prices. Oh, there we go. We see prices being rejected, and we see prices just moving underneath, moving underneath. That could possibly here. There was a multi-hour shelf that I didn't see. There was possible entry with 59.65. That wasn't here on the plan, but that was a possible entry because as you can see, here's the clearly a sell for flows. About here, you can see a sell for flows. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and here we do a failed breakdown at these lows, and then price just squeezes and breaks out. We missed the trade, but let's see how it's gonna play out. Tested the previous day, the previous DVA high. We see acceptance. So we see nothing big yet. Just saw this sudden expansion, and it's just grinding now. Try to go higher. But don't forget it's the summertime, last year or so. Anyway, I'm gonna see now when it's supposed to be the next fail breakdown. So it's 8:30 in the morning of Friday. We're on Friday now. Yeah, I think there's a difference in the prices because we are on the continuous contract, and I have the feeling that the prices I'm looking for is that the specific contract of 2025, like the June one, the summer one. I can't change the now because I'm within the session, but when I start the next session, I'm gonna definitely look if I can apply the specific contracts. We'll see how it goes now. Mm, just looking for the next failed breakdowns. So so there is one at 2:30 in the morning, Monday. So after the opening. Okay, we'll continue. So we see price actually tested the highs, well, when expanded. Let's see here. After this squeeze, we see here how it breakdown expanded, now it's just doing a pullback. So someone could have taken here could have easily targeted this highs. So now the day closes, and we expect at 2:30 a.m. So we have plenty of time. Okay, I'm gonna pause it now. So it's 2:30. We still have time. gonna do a quick readjustment of the previous DVA. And we care about the 59.95. So it's basically the DVA, previous DVA low. Yeah, there's this level, we'll see the lows. Uh, that one. So we care about this level now. We see we did the fair breakdown here, we back tested, we did another deeper, and then we rallied. So we're just back testing now. So this level, recent lows, we're interested in it. Okay, so it is supposed to play into hours. Let's see how it's gonna play. Okay, so now we can see just try to break below. Okay, so now I'm looking for an entry. So we see where we are. We are at these lows here. Of course, there's another low here, which I can mark it if I want, and I will. It's this low. Okay, so let's see how it's gonna play out. So if it recovers and stays, I'm looking too long. Okay, we see some sideways action now. Okay, now we see some kind of trying to break the highs. So I think I can enter here with a relatively tight stop loss. Right. So we're also at the key level with the previous DVA low and below the previous highs. So we are good to go. And long position, I'm gonna place exactly here. We're gonna towards relatively. Because we are on the overnight, it's going to leave a small gap of 5 points because it may take us just for a bit. And so I'm just going to put it at 59.87. Probably like 3 points is enough. Usually the normal is 5 points. So I'm just going to leave 4 points. That's not going to do it properly. 87. So this is the normally. Okay. And if we go and drag it. So we see if we leave all this the stop loss here, it just takes us to 1 ratio. But sometimes I think it's unavoidable because this strategy is not based on the RR, but rather based on the frequency and on its validity. So because this happens, it doesn't happen very often. I'm gonna try squeeze a little bit more RR, maybe 2 RR, see how it goes. Yeah, if we get lucky. Because usually in the ETH, the market tends to range about, so I don't want to take us out for a tick. So I'm just gonna leave maybe like 2 points, and I'm gonna take the trade. So we're still risking risk percent 2% of the account. This is just how to trade a small account. So that's why we have 1,000 drawdown, so I'm just risking 2% every time. Stop loss is alright. We are at 2. I can possibly, if I can move this one, I can possibly target the previous day high. Maybe these highs, I guess. We'll see if we can reach the previous day highs right here. And we're just gonna scale out a bit. Okay, so we have stop loss 59.91 and 5, 60, 50. Okay, it's been updated. And we're gonna take out a partial of 90%. 90% right below here, so it's 6,000 or 450. Oh, sorry, 6,050. So we'll take 90% there, and we're gonna close the profit of the 10% at the 15 and 50. All right. So we take the main trade is a 2 RR. This one, I'm gonna leave a runner, and that's all right. Tax, saves and journal. So I'm just gonna do a quick journal. Confidence level, that's about 50%. Because we're in the ETH, so we don't know how it's gonna behave. Quick pre-notes. So pre-trade. Take another screenshot possibly. So pre-trade, market is attempting matter. So market is attempting an imbalance up continuation after a recent failed breakdown at the it was 59.65, 59.65. Uh, the entry level is the previous DBA low at 50, what is that? It's 59.5, so it's 59.93.5. And the entry level, which is also the previous lows. Price has shown time acceptance. Time acceptance is when we see like a lot of time spending on a price. It seems that it's kind of like slowly accepting it. So that's why I write the price has shown time acceptance. A tighter stop loss at 3 points. Alright, I think we're good to go now. We'll take the trade. Let's roll it. Tighter stop loss because I want to have at least 2 hour in this trade. This is a general of it's 1 minute. This one we don't need it anymore. We can delete it now. We may be taken out in this trade if we may hit the VWAP again and do an imbalance down continuation. So that's total random. That tends to happen especially if we're like, so we see we are in kind of like a slower grind pullback into these lows. So that's why I say we may fail because we may be targeting these lows. Just gonna keep it like this. See the bigger picture. The price is getting rejected. Let's see. That's low probability trade because it's overnight and it's summer overnight. So don't expect many things. But why not? So let's go a little bit faster. See how much time it takes to accept the price. It's been ranging for how many? For 1 hour now, at the same price. That's ridiculous. Let's go a little faster. That's why I always say like here, it's good to leave at least maybe 5 to 8 points. I left 3 points now, so it was a bit risky because price may come a little bit down. It's just doing the range and may take you out and continue higher. So yeah, we're gonna profit now, but we'll see if we're gonna break the VWAP. The VWAP is about here. As I said, these are low probability during to the hour. but you never know. To be honest, I always prefer taking the fair breakdowns during the opening hours because there's a low volatility, there's high volatility, especially like in the most of the year, markets are open. So we see I think we took some profits there. Yeah, we took some profits. The first parcel is done right at the VWAP. I'm not raising my stop here because we're still ranging. Just gonna leave it there and see how it's gonna play out. So we took 90% of the trade. Let's see how it's gonna play out. Still ranging. At least since we have accepted the DVA low now. Ah, sorry, no, we haven't taken any profit yet because I think our first profit target was this high, the previous VWAP and the DVA high due to RR. So we haven't taken any profit yet. Now I think it's a matter of time. Let's see, let's speed it up a little bit more. So you can see here, if you can see this, how we're testing the VWAP now. I see the bigger picture has shown some kind of acceptance. Just I hope it's gonna backtest the previous VWAP, and then from there we're gonna see if it's gonna test the highs. Now we took the profits. I think so. Yeah. No, no, we haven't taken the profits. So we're still in the. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We took the profits at the previous high. That was a 90%, and now we left the 10% running in the hope it's gonna test the previous highs up here. It seems to be going well. So a little bit faster now. So we're kind of here, squeezing, squeezing. So in theory, I can raise my stop loss and protect some gains, just out of the previous VWAP. And to be honest, you can protect, but it's not a lot of now running some 10%. So in theory, I could just let it run, just in case we do some pullbacks, coming to the VWAP and then just ranging. But it seems going to be going now pretty well. Yeah, to be honest, what I prefer is to leave the 10% at the break even, because price may come down to the VWAP and then go up to take our target. So if since it's 10% and I don't really care it's a runner, just put on the break even. If it takes us out, it's alright. Just only lose 10% of the trade. I don't care. Yes, and the market hit our target. It's gonna stop. So we see sometimes, many times actually, if it's like overnight, yes, it's taking its sweet time to do the acceptance. So we see how here it came below. We almost took us out because we had a very tight stop loss. And yeah, it took about from 4:30 until 6:30. It took out 2 hours just to accept. And after the London Open, just here started to rally. And all right, so we just gonna put some final notes. So after trade, so market took about so market uh, almost took our stop loss out since it reached very close and the stop loss also is very close. We stayed in the game and both TP, so both TP1, which was the DVA high slash previous VWAP, and TP2, which was the previous DVA high, were hit. Trade successful. Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna save it yet. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it a little bit to run to see where the price actually broke the previous DVA high. I'm gonna take a final screenshot a bit later. So we actually tested it. Let's see. This static values the previous DVA high. Sorry, DVA like in general is a really uh, a good area to trade because it's static value from yesterday, and usually like it respects it very well. So you can take some really nice trades in there. So you can see here we back tested once or twice the VWAP. So there's a high chance now we're gonna break the highs. There we go. Back tested the highs. Sweep or coming down. Let's see. Let's see. Tested the DVA high. Probably gonna go higher now. Let's see. There's some sellers now here trying to bring the value in. I think eventually it's gonna break out. Let's see. The highs are just over here. The ultimate high is over here, about 15 points. So we are getting at the closing, like 2 hours away. So we see prices basically ranging. Let's see if it's gonna break at the power hour. It's getting now. Yeah, just agency at the side. Okay, we'll start stopping now. Just gonna take a final. So we actually did very well on placing our take profit here. We see price didn't go much higher, even though it was very capable sometimes to reach these peaks. But as I said, it's always take the 90% off that you trade rather than risk the remaining 10% just for the sake of it. That's not worth it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll take another screenshot and I'm gonna write uh, notes. I'm gonna say that price in the end didn't break the previous DVA high and stayed within the previous DVA. Okay, I'm just gonna put some tags because later if I wanna put the tags, I will know exactly which levels they were tested. So I can actually see when the field breakdown is stronger or weaker. And that will give me possible A plus setups, so I can maybe risk a little bit more. So that's why I'm gonna say now. Uh, so we had the okay, so we had uh, previous VWAP, sorry, VWAP tested, previous VWAP tested, okay, and we have the also the previous DVA high tested. So that was overall a good trade. All right, that's it. We're closing the trade. 2% up, 2 RR, decent trade. We possibly have time for one more trade. Uh, so we've done so far in the month 4 days, and as you can see here, we took 2, 3, 4 trades, 5 trades so far. This loss was a weaker one, and there was a stop loss was quite tight, so had some uh, losses, but we made up here, so that's all right. Uh, so we possibly have time for one more trade. As I said, we're still early in the days. We're still on the first month, and we have 12 more months after that, so it's gonna take a while. But the stats we're building now, just the foundation, just gonna prove what I already seen from others and what I was expecting, that it's a decent setup which can produce sustainable, earnings. Just gonna see when is the next fail breakdown. The fail breakdowns are happening always at the previous lows, usually at the previous day low. Or sometimes you can test the previous day's lows, could be like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So let's see. So, okay, just look on the next day to see when it's our next fail breakdown. Sorry for yawning, but okay. Monday evening, reclaim long. What's the level reclaim? Hmm, that's interesting. There's a level reclaim which is like a little bit. It's not as powerful as the failed breakdown. There is one failed breakdown at the 1:30 in the night of 6,000. Okay, so we're just gonna delete those. We don't care. And we're gonna put just one at the 6,000. Okay, okay, so we care about this low level. You can see how this level was, how this level was the previous VWAP. You see how it was got respected, back tested, and then we just valid. So it's a valid level. So we go into Tuesday now. Yeah, we are into Tuesday now. We're just about to open the new session. So okay, let's continue like this. So we're gonna have now the new VWAP coming out at some point. Yeah, we see now right after the closing how actually price just broke out and tested the highs. So we are still on Monday. Yeah, 6 o'clock is that's weird. Yeah, so just looking at the opening, it seems that the new VWAP is coming on at weird times. That's weird. Oh yeah, that's UK time. I need to turn it on to the US time if I find out how. I'm just gonna go settings, time format, time zone. We want New York and apply to all. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just confused because it was saying that it was 9 o'clock. I said, what the hell happening? So yeah, we're all good to go now. At 4 closing and at 6 is opening. Okay, okay. So basically, that wasn't the end of the day. So I may go and add the final screenshot on my previous trade because the day hasn't opened, it hasn't finished yet. So we see a backtesting here at the opening. So we saw that was at the ETH and the RTH. We saw price come all the way down to this level and then squeezing up. So in theory, since we got down here, our stop loss was intact. So in theory, we could continue our trade. If someone was holding it, we could see price just broke the highs or testing them. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the trade now playing. Yeah. So just give me a sec. 1:30 in the night, Monday. So it's Monday, Tuesday, 1:30 in the night. Somewhere here is happening something. So I'm gonna leave it now. Just gonna. So we see price just came tested the highs. Maybe it did a sweep. New day is opening at 6 o'clock. So you can see here how valid is the previous VWAP. Someone could actually, if someone takes the reference of the previous VWAP on its own, you can see how we tested and then we did a failed breakdown at these lows, which is multi-hour lows. So in theory, someone could take this trade, 13 points, and maybe leave a runner, and then here leave a runner and just take this nice trade. So failed breakdowns happening very often, as you can see. We need to have our eyes open. So look at this. Jeez, there's probably some news coming. So we're coming. We're Monday. Okay, we're coming on Tuesday. I'm gonna skip this trade for next time. So we are on Tuesday now, and on Tuesday in about 1:30, we're gonna see a failed breakdown of the 6 grand, 6,000. That's again this level. Probably like price expanded, it's gonna go down. Okay, guys, that was our session for today. Just lasts about 2 hours. I'm gonna be. My plan is to do more back testing every morning, probably for 2 or 3 hours. That's before the opening. So yeah, if you stay tuned, we're gonna see more of it. Maybe in the plan, maybe when I finish this back series of backtesting sessions and I have more time, maybe I can do the same and see how it works on other assets because I'm curious as well. Uh, anyway, that's it for now. I hope you have a nice evening and nice rest of